Alright, so when we left off, I'd shown you how to insert symbol. Again, that was up here. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but if you like to. This one was part B, just in case you're one, or excuse me, part C. D, sorry. The mean was part C. The variance is part D as in dog. The standard deviation is part E as in elephant. And again, you don't have to write the words variance if you don't want to. If you want to use the symbols or vice versa, it's same thing. And my sheet is very colorful, red and green. All right, so E is an elephant. What is the probability that a randomly selected student has a parent involved in 3 activities? Well, it's right here, right? There's 3 activities, so let me see. Probability. You know what I'll add this to? I'll add this over here to my text box. So for F, I would say the answer is 0.320, right? Because there's 3 activities, there's the probability, right? It was both in the table in the on the textbook, and it's also right here. Let me go to G. What is the probability that a randomly selected student has a parent involved in 3 or 4 activities? All right, that's going to take a little calculation here. For part G, let me scroll down a little. What I'm going to want is I'm going to want the computer to add up this probability plus this probability, right? Because this is the probability of 3 right there in blue, and this down here is the probability of 4 in green. There we go, 0.694. You could leave it there in those cells if you want, or you can type it down here in your text box, right? If you like your answers all nice and neat. Now, what you might have noticed, I typed it, but it didn't show up. It's because my box isn't big enough, so if I move the arrow down here to the bottom, I can kind of see how it gets a double-sided arrow right there. I can double click and drag it larger, and there you can see more of it. Heck, I could even move it so that it covers up my calculation if you really want it to be neat. All right, there we go with 6-1. We're all done with that. Great. Next thing we're going to have to do is 6-2, but I'll see you for that in the next tutorial. I don't want to start too many things at once.